Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. It is Week 16 of the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing is Stanley. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Kenny Nwangu, his intended target, and it's third down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Stanley. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kenny Nwangu. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now Stanley. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. first down. Levis. And this one is incomplete. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. 2nd and 10. Levis. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nash. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Fighting through. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. 4th down, Levis. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give running right is Akers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Meanwhile, Levis' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And the Vikings at 10-4 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, wow, a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
You look at this Bears defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Here's Stanley to throw. Drops this off with and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On 2nd down now. It's Ali, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Levis from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Hamler now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Stanley looking to pass. He'll check that down. And he loses the football a second time. And there he goes left side. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A play fake. Now Stanley. This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Stanley. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Ali, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Levis on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Off play action, it's Stanley. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are once again back in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go again here with Akers. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Levis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the 1st down.
3rd and 3. Here's Levis. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, Stanley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is fielded at the 27. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That is into the hands of Hawkinson downfield. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Levis trying to get his guys set as quickly as possible. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he's got it. Touchdown. Great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and on the way for the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Levis now off of play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Fighting him off. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Stanley. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
Throwing is Stanley. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Stanley. His throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stanley. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a big crossing completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't hold it in. Incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Levis looking to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Stanley. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They go play action with Stanley. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run, and this is a reverse here. And he will get into the end zone. What a call on the reverse. It's a touchdown. Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Levis back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Ali, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. A give up the middle to Akers. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll run for it with Akers. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Here's Stanley to throw. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Stanley looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
A play fake. Now Stanley. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50%.
Akers hit. He coughs it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him.
And got his man, complete. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add to their 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. How about this? Racing to the end zone. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis. Over the middle, complete. That's Ali. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. Levis looking to move them around a bit. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And Levis going back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Levis. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Hand off to start the drive, but this is going to wind up being a reverse. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Stanley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Let's go now. 19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit